It is Monday, April 26, 2021. This week on the show, an update on Mostly Madness and a look at the upcoming animated Marvel series, What If? We watched John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise on Peacock. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. And the new Mortal Kombat movie, both on HBO MAX. And for the meat, we discuss in detail Season 1 finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. This is Mostly Superheroes. Hello and welcome to Mostly Superheroes, a weekly pursuit for the world's best stories with an emphasis on live-action superheroes. I'm your host, Logan. Joining me again and again, PC Mike and the Giggler. Giggler, welcome back. How are you?
I am great. What a day.
A lot of time in the studio today.
I love it.
Yeah, we just wrapped up the Jurassic Park watch party. That's going to be the episode next week. Little spoiler alert for you right there.
Yep.
We just wrapped it up.
I can spend all the time down here with the vibe of these new lights.
Got the lights going. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Good to have you back. How was your weekend?
It was great. Had a little golf trip with me and 11 of my buddies. Played at Innsbruck, like an hour away from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I took second place, unfortunately, due to a nice tie with the scorecard playoff. So all of the golfers out there will know that that's BS, but
you had said you talked a lot of game.
Yeah,
You had bragged a lot that you were going to definitely win, and you didn't win.
Yeah. I love talking smack, so I did that, and I took my lickings yesterday. Lost out on about $100, but life goes on.
All right, well, welcome back, and sorry that you lost, but good to be talking about superheroes with you once again, my friend. PC Mike, it's the final week.
Final countdown.
This guy is getting married on Saturday,
May 1st.
Holy cow, Mike and Rachel tying the knot. How do you feel?
Not too bad yet. Not too nervous.
For anybody else that's out there engaged, you have any advice for people that might be planning weddings soon?
Say yes a lot.
Okay.
And just kind of go with the flow and help wherever you can.
Oh, wow. That's great. I'm sure Rachel is pleased and lucky to have you, and you're helping out a lot.
This week I've been told no video games, and I have to do things to help around the house. So yeah, just a lot of helping wherever I can.
Well, and we said it. This is a busy weekend. You know, we got a lot happening on the show. You got a lot of stuff happening personally.
Yep.
And because of that, we got the Jurassic Park live watch party. It's just done. We had some technical difficulties. We were about 15 minutes late. But we had folks on there. It was a pretty good time. Did about an hour of the movie, and that's actually going to be our episode next week. So we did double duty recording tonight so that you, listener, wouldn't have to go a week without content. And it's going to be totally different. It was fun. I had a blast.
It was different.
It was new.
We always say this, but we love when people are interacting with us and stuff, and that helped the show go. And we learned stuff.
Yeah.
We had some good insights.
Had some good ideas for how to maybe try other versions of live streaming movies. Yeah. We're going to be experimenting, it's just going to evolve. Just like you guys know how the show goes. It evolves all the time. Yeah. But I want to do some more stuff like this in the future. Listener, viewer, get ready for that next week. There's a couple ways for you to experience this thing. You can either watch Jurassic Park kind of in preparation for the episode and just listen as kind of live commentary, or we do a 3, 2, 1 start. You can do a watch along. I like doing both ways. I like watching movies for how did this get made is a great podcast. I'll do that for. I'll always watch the film, listen to the pod, but also those live watches. That was kind of the whole reason we did the experience. So a lot of fun. Watch for more content like that in the future. With that, let's get into the fans.
Fan mail.
Fan mail is tight today, all about Mostly Madness. Our annual movie tournament happened at mostlysuperheroes.com/Mostly Madness, where you can vote, you can enter to win. I got to pull it up still. But we are going to announce a few things today. You already know where I'm going with this. We're actually going to talk about the brackets that are doing well. We're going to do it. Andy, actually, I might ask that you pull up your email on your phone and pull out your sent email that you just sent me because I didn't put it into the deck. So while you're doing that, we can do an update on some of the titles. First of all, let's highlight some actual new voters. So this is coming at us from Instagram. We have a few people want to highlight. We got at Jack_Porter50. We got at Hey Look Luke.
Great man.
You know that guy. At DPat_88. Appreciate you guys voting on Instagram. Got a lot of new fun things on the title. And our weekly.
Other guy's great man too. Sorry. I can't.
Who's the other one?
DPat.
DPat, your boy?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll give it up for him. Andy's got a couple friends in here to vote. Well, and I know Luke.
Okay.
Luke's a
I was
guy.
gonna say,
He's a good guy.
shout out to Luke. If he's not going to get any love, I'll shout out Luke.
And then somebody should probably shout out Jack Porter.
Hey, Jack.
What up?
What up, Jack? And our weekly winner, it is at Becca.fit.life on Instagram. Our friend Becca.
Go, Becca.
She voted on Instagram. She got a t-shirt. Just sent it to her. Just like that. That's how easy it is to win. We got a couple weeks left. Let's look at some of these matchups. We're at the Elite 8. Got the bracket here. We're on round 3. Let's start with Happy Gilmore versus Goodfellas. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's dumb.
67% say Happy Gilmore.
I can see it, though.
I'll boo for you.
I see it, though.
I know, but Goodfellas is your pick.
Yeah, I love Goodfellas. Top 3 favorite movie of all time.
I'll say this. Same exact thing happened with Thor
True.
Ragnarok, and we saw the flip around.
Yep, I'm pretty busy this week, so
not
I can't,
over.
I can't
not
stuff
over.
the ballots.
You can't be online just hitting vote.
What are you doing? I'm not playing video games, I swear. I'm just stuffing ballots.
Perfect timing, Jurassic Park. Got versus Lion King. Jurassic Park is taking this one, 87%.
It held up,
There's
too.
no-
And we watched it on no sound, and I was entertained.
No sound. We're sitting here going, this movie's so good.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, so great. All right, this is a big matchup. I mean, for this podcast here, this is like the matchup. Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. Endgame's at 82%.
It's over. They're in the end game now.
Well,
Yep.
we'll see.
I just watched like the last 30 minutes of Infinity War last night because it was on TV, and I was like, "Damn, this movie might be better than Endgame." But like, I don't. It's so hard.
It's
Like,
really, really tough. Well, right now, Endgame, like you said, it's sweeping. Holy cow. I choose Infinity War, but hey, we'll see what happens in a week. We're going to let it keep going. And our final matchup, The Dark Knight versus Forrest Gump. And The Dark Knight is winning with 80% of the votes currently. These are coming at us from Instagram. Another week of voting is here, so let's just see what happens. I know not to take this. I take all this with a grain of salt. Keep the voting happening. It's at mostlysuperheroes.com. Andy, were you able to find the brackets?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you tell us the top couple people that are closest so far? Is there anybody that's here? And I got the.
Well, there's some. The problem is there's some that I don't know name on because a lot of people didn't write names on it. But you have it, their email, so we have to match up what the bracket looks like.
We will. Okay.
To that, but
Okay. I think most of them have at least the name on the front, right? Or is it like the winner? Is the winner the one?
well,
Looking at the bracket, we got Goodfellas, Happy Gilmore.
Well, I am tied with someone that has no name on it,
Really? So it's a mystery person.
but they picked Back to the Future to be the winner.
And they have the Elite
Ooh.
8. So they have the Elite 8 right, and you do.
I have
Is that right?
something like close to that. No, nobody has like near perfect. It's even the top people have a lot wrong in the first or
Wait,
second round.
but you have it perfect so far. Is that right?
No.
No. So
No.
we have no perfect brackets at this point. So it's going to be a closest to situation.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good
It
to
just
know.
depends what happens in these next few for sure.
All right.
But it's a close race. We got just to like throw numbers around of like points. We did 1 point for the first round, 2 for the second, 4 for the third, and then 8th for the final.
Sure.
And
You guys handled the points on
Given that-
the bracket counting. I
yeah,
appreciated the
we
help
are-
on that.
we're at bracket degenerates, but top points right now like is 20 with
Who's that?
that's me,
All right. Who's next?
the guy who graded them.
No, it's all right. Hey, it happened. I mean, there's like I said, if you guess this, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So you should be very proud of yourself. Who else?
Zio has 19 points.
Zio. Okay, way to
Yep.
go, Zio. You're up there.
Yeah.
Top contender.
Stephanie has 17. We got 20 with Sean.
Sean. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Top 3 right there.
We have a couple 15, 16. Got a 19 from some guy that's sitting next to me named PC Mike.
So tell me this: the way those points are, there could be a lot that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it could shift very quickly. Like a 15 could.
It's
so
a
get
crazy
good point.
match. Like a lot of people that have high points have like crazy movies in their final four.
Uh-huh.
But anything can happen at this point. If I know anything about March Madness, it's April.
That's the whole
and
point.
Almost May.
That's the whole point. It could all change. All right. Well, some of you guys heard your names, top contenders for sure. We'll keep you posted. One more week of voting. We say one more week. Might be, probably one more week. I can still get the votes, even though we're doing it a little bit different with next week's episode. Just keep an eye out for the Final Four.
I missed one. Some cool guy named Logan has 19 points also.
Damn, hey. I was wondering. I was like, how'd I do? I don't remember. I'd have to look.
-11.
That would suck. No, I was like, I feel like I did pretty good. But okay. All right, we'll keep you posted, guys. It's all happening at mostlysuperheroes.com. Use that hashtag #MostlyMadness. Appreciate you guys voting. So much fun. Round 3's here. Quick on the news today. Forgot that I went back to look at that slide.
News and rumors.
There we go. One thing today. I watched it today. I sent it to you guys. Holy crap. I did not expect this. It was so much cooler than I thought it was going to be. We're talking about the animated series, Marvel Studios' What If, coming this summer to Disney+. Holy shit. I was blown away. I was like, this is way more involved than I thought, and now I'm asking, how are they telling all of these stories is my first question. It was like, I thought maybe it might be like a one episode at a time where you're seeing different versions of your heroes living in like different situations. Giggler, what'd you think of this trailer I sent you today?
Yeah, it's awesome. It sounds like it's going to be from like the perspective of the Watcher.
Yes.
I think based off the trailer.
Yes.
What's that guy's voice?
Benicio del Toro?
No, that's the Collector.
Okay. Yeah, so it's
I know what I know because it's like a main
it's
name.
It's who Stan Lee did his cameo as in one of the movies as the end credit scene. One of the Guardians movies, I believe.
Yeah, well, he in one of the Guardians movies in the end credit scene, he's actually talking to the Watchers.
Right.
Oh, so you want to know who voices the Watcher in this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wright.
Yep.
Jeffrey Wright, that's him.
He's going to be Commissioner Gordon.
and
new Battinson.
And the new Battinson. Well, and then along with that, you're getting all of your major players. You got Chadwick Boseman voicing a version of Star-Lord that is T'Challa. You have, I assume, Haley Atwell voicing Agent Carter.
Correct. Keep going.
You got Robert Downey Jr. coming in as Tony Stark. You have Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury. You have Benedict Cumberbatch playing Doctor Strange. Looked like he was fighting like another Doctor Strange.
It was like a zombie looking thing?
A little bit. Yeah, you had Bucky Barnes. I'm sure Sebastian Stan voiced him. And this is what really got me is like, this looks really good.
I wonder how many episodes it's going to be.
Right. And my whole thing was I thought it'd be like one story at a time, which it might very well be. Like season 1, episode 1 is what happens when Peggy Carter becomes Captain America. Okay. Well, it seemed like to me that there was actually like a storyline to follow and that the Watcher was kind of like an overarching theme. And you had Michael Rooker in there playing Yondu, and they pick up a young T'Challa instead of a young Peter Quill. And they show like that scene. And these cartoons look like legit.
It's very cool.
Like it looks almost like a real interpretation.
It almost looks like Clone Warsy.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
It's like really good animation. Like it looks like semi-real. You know, it's meant to be animated. This got me jazzed up.
I feel like it's kind of for a younger crowd, though.
Well, it's a cartoon.
I know, but I think like Captain and Winter Soldier and WandaVision maybe for more adulty.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this is for kind of the younger crowd.
Or
could be.
Or is it MCU canon? I would say
It's kind of an offshoot.
Like maybe it's a different type of. I mean, a multiverse is a multiverse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
like you could go into that multiverse and then you're a cartoon.
Yeah.
And in that trailer, this is what got me pumped up about it. It seems like they were like, "Let me show you many worlds." Is like part of the thing. So
what if?
And that was that trailer was so good. Got me goosebumps. I did not expect to come and text you guys right away. Listener, let us know if you're excited for it. It's coming this summer. I don't know if we have do we have a date on this? Could you see maybe PC Mike?
It is.
I don't know if they've said a specific date.
Not yet, unless that's what they announced today. I didn't see this on Twitter or anything.
No date. Mid 2021. Consists of 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
This is going to be fun to talk about.
Yeah, it really is. I cannot wait.
And it says it will be a part of Phase 4 of the MCU.
That's cool.
Nice.
I just nerded out pretty bad. I just went like this.
And
cartoons again.
Yeah, cartoons.
A second 10-episode season is in development already.
Oh, they're already because that's the whole thing. We remember when we were like, release the show.
Yeah.
Maybe they couldn't because of order.
Yeah, and they can crank out probably animation a lot easier.
Well,
than
you would
live
think
action.
that's what our argument was, like, because this was originally supposed to come out earlier too. It was one of the delays. Well, it's finally here. Listener, let us know. We can't wait to talk about it. We get ready to see different versions of all your favorite MCU characters played out in different ways. Let's talk about what you watching.
What you watching?
Nice and easy this week on What You Watching. Got John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise, a Peacock original. PC Mike, tell us about this one.
I watch way too much true crime on this show, it seems like, but got Peacock for WrestleMania, and this was on there, and I've been watching a little bit about this. I mean, John Wayne Gacy is one of the most famous serial killers of all time, and they released his interview. Like, you actually see his interview for the first time, like him talking, like a couple decades later, like how delusional his mind is and what he thinks and stuff. It's pretty interesting. If you like true crime, I mean, I think it's one of those that you do watch. I liked it better than The Mormons. I'm not all the way done with it, so I'm not going to give it a rating, but it's really cool to kind of see. I mean, it's not cool for murder, but it's kind of cool to see his like interview style. And if you don't know John Wayne Gacy, he killed like 30-something young men and buried them under his house in Des Plaines, Illinois.
Wow.
And just like his stories, like, oh, I didn't know they were in my crawl space. Like, he's so delusional and such a manipulator that he believes his own lie. It's crazy to watch him give his interviews and stuff like that. And they're like, well, you did kill him in self-defense. And it's wild. It's worth watching.
All right, good to know. Give it up for it. And it seems like you definitely like it. Like you said, a never before seen interview.
Yeah.
There's your sell. How many episodes are there? How many have you seen?
Let me double check. I think I'm on 3 or 4.
Okay, and again, this is on Peacock. Like, I thought of that immediately. I was like, oh yeah, he got Peacock because of wrestling.
I know.
I had to. So I'm trying it. I'm trying to see what's on there.
You have broken like our. We've entered now the Peacock realm. Like, we haven't really talked about a ton on Peacock other than, I think, AP Bio you talked about, but like...
Yeah, because it was on Peacock.
So we're in there. We're hey, listener, you're welcome. We're hitting all the streaming services. If you haven't got on Peacock yet, Mike's giving you some
and I did see, as I looked this up, kill a little time.
Yeah.
I did see that some of the Office is on Peacock, of course. And there are some things in there that are not on the Netflix one.
So, like, from The Office.
Yeah, like scenes that they didn't air on the...
extra scenes? Yeah. Well, because I know the way it's set up right now is you can go in there for free and have the free account, and you get the first, like, 2 seasons of The Office.
Yes.
And then that's it. So, of course, you're going to be like, oh, but we haven't got to that point where we're like, we need to watch it yet. It's usually our nighttime show when we go to bed.
Yeah.
And I just haven't felt the need to... But, I mean, do you think... I mean, eventually...
There's people that, like, live and die for The Office, so...
Yeah.
That's probably some people's sole reason to have Peacock.
What'd you find out?
6 episodes.
6 episodes total. It's on Peacock. You've seen
3 or 4.
3 or 4, and you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd say if you're a true crime person and
you're gonna see it.
Yeah, you're gonna watch it.
Okay, John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise, now streaming on Peacock. Let us know if you're watching it. Let us know. And PC Mike, let us know when he wraps it up. Might revisit it again. I'll go up next, actually, changing up the order a little bit because we all talked about the last title. This one is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
You're on like an early 90s kid or something.
One of Carrie's favorite movies. And I was like, put it on. And she has great taste. These are. Have you ever seen this?
I have not seen this.
Okay, go watch it. I'll give it up. I'm going to go and give it a rating. It's a solid 3.2.
Whoa.
All right.
Like, it's really fun, and it's not what you think. It's not even what you think.
Is that Christina Applegate?
That's Christina Applegate. Wow. You got a whole slew of her and her siblings. Mom's going away to Australia for 2 months, and they get stuck with a babysitter.
What's Mom doing for 2 months in Australia?
In my opinion, Mom's like a drop beat mother.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she was, I'm just disappearing.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that in the show.
Okay.
And then Christina Applegate's going to like try to, it's summer too, summertime. So school's out. And it's these 5 kids, and they got this house, and there's like a babysitter. I mean, the title is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Well,
how did she die?
Well, and that's the movie. And then, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Okay.
But I'll tell you right this. What I've always thought about this movie, I've heard the title.
Yeah.
I always thought like, okay.
Cheesy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I thought it was like Smart House. You know.
Whoa! Don't come at smart. I wanted that house so bad.
Yeah.
All right.
He threw all the stuff in the ground.
Luck of the Irish?
And they cleaned it. Love Luck of the Irish.
Johnny
But
Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami went to snowboard instead of surf.
All right. I guess I'm just naming good movies. Well, this one's good too.
Drop Dead Fred, if you would have said that.
Drop Dead Fred.
That's one of Rachel's favorites
that's a
when she
good
was
one.
growing up. Oh, it's awful. Have you
Yeah.
watched it lately?
No.
Oh, it's bad.
I feel like I know it'll be terrible. Well, that's what you think about this. I'm telling you, it's not what you think. It's
Okay.
really good.
Okay.
I'm gonna recommend it. Oh, and it's on HBO Max. I believe it's also on Hulu. So there you go. Go check it out. And it's got a pretty good soundtrack, so it's gonna be on the music show.
Nice.
All right. I don't have a ton to say about this. Do you guys? Before I even announce it. Okay, we're talking about the brand new Mortal Kombat. I'll give it up. I mean,
It was cool.
it was cool. I liked the OG Mortal Kombat movies. Did you ever watch them?
I've seen like the first one. I didn't watch Annihilation.
Yep. And then
I think
you guys
I'm in the
obviously,
same boat. Yeah.
yeah, you saw.
I don't
maybe
remember
one.
anything about the first one, but
And
I know
then-
that I've seen it.
You played the video games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you guys so like we're all three kind of in the same boat, like lukewarm fans?
Yeah.
Not really. None of us are diehard.
We know
No.
Mortal Kombat.
We know what it is. We know it's spelled with a K.
I knew characters. Like when I saw them on the screen, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you go one by one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sub-Zero. Oh, I remember Jax.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you guys think?
I kind of lump it in with like Godzilla vs Kong.
Yeah.
Like they did a great job of entertaining you.
I think
But it's not
Godzilla vs
something I
Kong
would,
was
like-
a lot better than this.
You did? Yeah.
But like,
I maybe disagree.
wow. Okay, so you think this is better than Kong? Godzilla vs Kong?
Yeah.
Wow. Tell me why.
Okay. Is that why we're here?
I think that's why we're here.
Debate.
I felt like there was a little bit better of a story than just going to the middle of the earth and like, hey, you're from here. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a story of redemption.
I actually think I put this above that one too.
You guys like this movie more than Godzilla vs Kong.
It held my attention better. I'll tell you that.
I 1,000 times disagree. I mean, I feel like I constantly kept going to my phone on this. Like I just couldn't. I was like, what do we?
I thought the fight scenes were
It's
better in
tough.
this than Godzilla vs Kong.
It felt just a little. It felt a little indie almost at times. It felt a little cheesy,
Well, yeah.
I might just be
but like more than Godzilla vs Kong, which that's saying something. I feel like.
it might just be recency bias that I just saw this. I don't know.
Yeah, because you
It's
just
tough.
saw it.
I mean, it's close.
okay, it's a
but
fresh reaction.
I was pissed that they didn't have the real song in the movie at all.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was just talking about this yesterday. Like I was like, the music's not even in it now that I think about it.
And I saw online they wanted Johnny Cage, and then there was something dumb about
Yeah,
it.
spoiler alert for the movie. There's your spoiler alert. Here's your big spoiler. Yeah, Johnny Cage isn't even
But
in
I
it.
think he turns into Johnny Cage is what I think it is because he goes to Hollywood.
Even all that felt rushed. The end scene felt rushed.
Jax losing his arms was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Sheesh.
It was, but like even him getting those new arms was like really cheesy.
I didn't get why Sub-Zero was hunting Scorpion's family. Was it because they could win the whole tournament or something?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, they were going. The way I understood it was anyone with that mark.
Yeah.
Some people are born with it. Some people earn it when they fight. Whoever's with it, though, the people that know about Mortal Kombat, like Sub-Zero and the bad guy, they know it's coming, right? It's like 30 days out, they say, or something.
Yeah, but Sub-Zero.
Like that's a confusing
And
plot
they're-
point already.
yeah.
But Sub-Zero has like a better backstory than just being like a mercenary for.
Does he? I don't remember.
believe so.
I don't remember the OG. I remember
The
them in
movies didn't do well,
I
but I,
remember
think
in the
there's
woods.
there's a story.
In this one, he's just a flat out killer.
This
Sub-Zero's
would be
like,
like if the owner of the Chiefs before the Super Bowl started just putting hits out on the
exactly.
Buccaneers players.
Yeah, like they've started the tournament before it even starts. Hey, and I'm getting a little help here. Got to give a shout out to Looper. They did a nice little 10-minute video
Yeah.
of like, here's what happens in the movie. It helped out a lot.
It's a crazy concept.
It's a crazy concept. I understand the concept of Mortal Kombat, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, for one, they say every line from the video game.
Get over here.
Everything. Finish him.
Yeah.
They said,
They even said fatality.
fatality.
And they said all of it.
Oh, I'm glad they did.
Well,
gotta do
I
that.
know, but didn't it feel a little like, okay, that's just me. Maybe
They're
I don't
probably
know.
just trying to do fan service, I guess.
I know
There's
that.
probably diehard people that like freaking love Mortal Kombat.
Well,
like they play it now still and stuff like that. But
yes, you're right, and I know that they talk about this one a little bit on the Jock and Nerd podcast. They have some people that know a little bit more about it. They were excited, but I don't know how they feel about this yet. I'll be listening this week to hear their thoughts. I thought it was fine. I just thought it was fine. Like, I think we should rate it. Anybody got one fresh?
2.8.
Okay, Andy.
2.7.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2.1.
Whoa, really low.
I just didn't really like it.
Okay, I mean, I'm not mad at you.
I'm like, that's like me, like really thinking about. I'm like, I just didn't really like it. And, like, I was like looking, and like, I think if I watch it again, take the notes, and like do a deep dive, I could sit here and tell you. I think the nuts and bolts is didn't grab me enough with the story. Didn't feel connected enough to the characters, of course. All right, Mortal Kombat, HBO, it's out there. Go watch it. Go let us know what you think. I'm happy to revisit this film, talk about it again. And if there's a sequel, I'd be curious. I'd watch it. I'd watch the sequel.
Yeah,
because I'm an addict. Like,
I need
Gotta
it.
talk about it.
All right, let's take a quick break. Whenever we come back, we're going to be doing the meat, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The season finale has come and gone, and we're going to break it open. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The meat.
Welcome back from the break. Mostly Superheroes. Logan here with PC Mike and the Giggler. It is time for the meat. It is why you came. It's why you showed up. We have been doing an MCU rewatch, taking a break this week, just a busy time, and wanted to focus on the finale of the 25th title in the MCU, Phase 4, happening right now in front of us, and so many more titles left to come this year. It's crazy. Live action comic books are here, and it is so much fun. I cannot believe that two of these shows that we were talking about for all year are done.
That is wild.
PC Mike, Giggler, let's give a spoiler alert right now, do some gut checks on the episode. Before we get into the story, let's just talk about last week real quick, very quickly. GRC is under attack. Sam has a chest. He opens it up. The credits roll. It's time. Before we talk about it, Giggler, how'd you feel about this episode?
Loved it. No, I don't have any complaints that are not related to the Captain America suit, but
yes,
that's about it.
So maybe some complaints. Maybe we'll get into it, some story. But overall, you're happy with what you saw.
Oh yeah, for sure.
PC Mike,
Right.
initial reaction.
It was fine. I wasn't blown away with really.
I need like a lukewarm button, something like that.
Dinosaur noises.
I don't know. I wasn't blown away with it.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's a big setup, and I think
Yes.
they're doing something else.
Yes.
But it felt just kind of cheap, if I'm being honest.
Wow. Oh, that's fair. I mean, okay. Two very different opinions. My gut reaction right now, I enjoyed it. I think I'm definitely like the mixed bag of you two. I had a great time. I really enjoyed what we're going to talk about, the big reveals, the big setup for future stuff gets me really jazzed. But there's definitely like a side of it that feels a little Hollywood. Feels like kind of just like big box office stuff, that there's stuff in there for a big audience. There's certain things in there, maybe not quite for me, but overall I had a good experience with the finale. I had fun. And I had fun rewatching it too. And it was action-packed. Let's get into the story right now. Episode 6, season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was 52 minutes long. As the Flag Smashers escalate their efforts, Sam and Bucky take action. All right, opens right up. Let's just get into it. Hit up the big parts. It kind of goes pretty quick, so we'll fly through some of these. Giggler, let me know, stop me if there's something that we get too far ahead of ourselves on. Sam flies into the GRC right away, guys. We get a big reveal. Captain America is here. It's a brand new red, white, and blue wingsuit. We called it. He is the Falcon. No longer. He is Sam Wilson, Captain America, with the shield. I love the line right away. Somebody asked him right when he comes in and says, "Who are you?" Which I thought was kind of cheesy, because like, how do they not know who he is? But
No.
brand new suit.
Didn't they say was it like, that's Falcon? He's like, no, that's Captain America.
That was that. Yes.
Was that later? Or
That was
it?
later. That was
Okay.
later on. But this guy goes, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Captain America." I liked that line. I liked him saying it.
Yeah.
I really did feel the gravity of like him going through like what it meant to be this hero. But, let's just talk about this suit. It's the first thing you see. It's the first thing you see in the episode. He busts through that window. Like, this is the opening sequence. Giggler, you had thoughts.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. There's like a little, it looks weird in like the neck area, but I guess when you're having like he has to have those goggles, so I guess it's gonna look weird, kind of weird no matter what. But
it's like the alternative to the helmet.
It's like too much white to me, but might grow on me. You never know. I feel like it took a while for like Captain America suits to be like actually really awesome, like Steve Rogers Captain America. So I mean, I'm sure this will not be the same one we see in Captain America 4.
Which, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. We've said spoiler alert, but since this ended, they have already announced Captain America 4, just so you know. Like, that's exciting.
Yeah. But can't complain about the functionality of the suit. It's just...
I agree.
Looks different.
Just I agree. I think it looks like it's a lot. There's a lot going on, but to your point, you just kind of said something that gives me a little hope. Steve Rogers' suit was like super cheesy. The very first suit was the cheesiest.
Mm-hmm.
It was super red, white, and blue, and then it kind of got dark, you know? PC Mike, what did you think of this suit and the wings and the look, the shield?
It might be just like recent watch bias, like we just kind of talked about with Mortal Kombat. It reminds me of the Vulture from Spider-Man.
Sure.
And like same movements and stuff. It's like almost like, hey, this stuff is really cool. Let me take this and do it on mine. But overall, I don't mind the suit. I don't mind the white. I think they tried to do something different with Sam.
Yeah, they did. They try to change it up, do something a little fresh. It's very America, but he comes in swinging, looks pretty cool. Right away, you get a fight scene with Batroc the Leaper fighting Captain America. Sam holds his own, does fine. I thought there'd be like more.
Yeah, George St. Pierre.
Yeah,
George St. Pierre, the MMA fighter.
He's an MMA fighter, yes, and he's the bad guy from the Winter Soldier. He fought pretty well against Steve Rogers himself, and Sharon Carter, as we know, like brought him back out for some reason. We'll talk about that in a minute. And it's kind of a weak fight scene.
Kind of like that was the opening of the show.
Yeah.
Him fighting him in air as Falcon, and now he's fighting him on the ground as Captain America at the end. So it's kind of like a symbolism, I guess, of like bookends of the show right there with the first and last episode.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. And you know what's similar is Captain America, when he does fight Batroc, he puts down his shield. And kind of like he gave him that hand-to-hand. It's kind of that same thing. 'Cause it's like his skill set. But that being said, I'm Sam. I'd just be hitting him with my wings.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Flag Smashers. They're trying to kill GRC members, the World Council or whatever. That's the whole thing, right? They've captured them. They put them in a helicopter. They got them in cars. They want to kill them all now. Carly wants to kill them.
Yeah. She's
She's
John Walker now.
She's just a murderer. She's like bloodthirsty in the end.
She stinks.
At first, I was like, I get it. Like,
just not a fan of the character.
The whole villain Flag Smashers just
Weak.
didn't do it for me.
Weak storyline.
Yeah.
I kind of. It's just weird. Like I get that there's like movements for certain things, but like this one, I just like couldn't really grasp onto. But like at first, I was kind of like sympathizing with her, just like thinking, okay, I guess if I can't place myself in people's shoes after people have been gone for 5 years, like that's an impossible situation. But yeah, it didn't jive with me all the way. I agree.
Yeah, and I mean, you did feel like, okay, this is the only thing I can do now. She's like, it's like very much a villain mentality. I have to kill to make my point.
Yeah,
and that's Sam's whole thing. All right, so let's talk about Carly fighting John Walker, who does show up with his homemade shield.
Gets bent to hell.
Great value.
Right away,
Captain America.
Like a super soldier punches it and it bends. I think I had literally said out loud, like the biggest nerd, I was like, that ain't vibranium. Like such a loser. I was like, crap, don't say that. But he gets a little vengeance path, right, for his buddy Lamar, goes after her, decides, he has a choice, right? At the point of the big fight, it's either go after her or save this truckload of people. Hey, we called it. I'm just going to say it. John Walker has a story in front of him. He chose to be a good guy, and I was rooting for this guy by the end.
Yeah, he had a cool little arc.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I think I thought the little banter with him and Bucky was fun.
It was like they were just triple threat matching last episode, but now they're buddies.
Yeah,
weird,
really weird. Talk more about him at the end. Pretty cool. But he does ditch that shield, so that's gone. That's not a thing anymore. All right, so Sam gets a couple big hero moments as Captain America. He saves the helicopter. Pretty cool stuff. He tackles the guy out of it, and the lady flies the helicopter for him. And then he does save the big truck at the end, toward the end. Not the end, absolutely not yet. I thought it was kind of, it's like, he can do that? Like he's flying the truck up.
And then he had those things pop out and help
The
him,
things
too.
popped up. They hooked on it. He's got jet propulsion.
Yeah.
I just thought when he caught it, he might like break his arms.
Yeah.
That's-
Like, it's a truck.
It's a
And
truck.
you're a human.
Yep.
That's got to be some wild ass tech because he literally just opened the box and he's just flying around seamlessly now.
Yeah.
And like, at least
It was made-
Iron Man had some like training flaws. Like, he was like messing around and like messing up and like, oh, I don't know what to do. He just got in the suit and was just like, yep.
Yeah, but he has been flying these suits for a long time.
True.
Yeah.
Like-
Different suit though.
Different
But
suit,
like-
different tech. Yeah, it would be cool if he had like a little Jarvis type person to talk to.
Or like the Spider-Man one.
He's got a
You called it.
vibranium Red Wing now.
He's got the vibranium Red Wing. That was right on. There it was. He's like, Red Wing, go check it out.
Just pulling people's cell phone numbers out of thin air.
That was. I thought it was a funny thing. That was a funny thing to say. He's like, see who's in there. And I was like, I was like, just stop the helicopter.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Iron Man 3 when Tony couldn't take 3 helicopters. I was like, they're helicopters. You're in a flying suit. But that's me. That's me being picky. All right, we got Sam fighting Carly. So that was a big, powerful moment. This is coming to the end here where he's like, I won't fight you. You know, he's under the impression of like he's trying to prove that he can save everybody. Like that's what I said this in the newsletter last week. That's like a Captain America shtick. Like you're trying to save everyone. You know, not one life lost, and like you always lose. You always end up learning that's not the case. And this is where we get the big reveal right before Carly dies that Shannon is indeed Shannon Carter, the
Sharon.
power broker.
Yeah.
Sharon Carter. What'd I say?
Shannon.
I think I always call her Shannon. Sharon Carter. She is the power broker. Did you see that coming?
I mean, I didn't see it coming, but like we did, I guess. We talked about it, but I was just in the back of my head, I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like
And it still really kind of doesn't.
and there's some theories out there about that now, about saying like this is not her.
Could be. She was. So this is deep in the Reddit threads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep in the Reddit threads. I guess back in Endgame, they show a screen where they show faces of a bunch of people that were blipped, and she was on one of the screens
As blipped.
So how would she be doing all of this with Carly?
Yeah, because
and
she
like
said
all
after
this stuff in Madripoor, how
Yeah.
is she doing that if she was blipped?
because she said after Civil War she's been on the run for 7 years.
Right. This was
Well, if you're
6
blipped,
but we don't know if that's like a Marvel retcon thing where they messed that up and now they're going to have to explain it in some capacity, or if she is a Skrull.
and we've already seen an example of a retcon situation where they just flat out changed Gamora's line in Guardians of the Galaxy about being the sole survivor of her planet. My digital copy.
You might be right.
I don't know who
Watch
reached
your-
into my Apple TV and did that.
Watch
but
your Endgame copies. You don't know what's going to be.
I don't
coming out.
like to think that they can just be changing these movies willy nilly. Like I bought them.
Yeah.
They better not.
They could. I mean, they wouldn't
I
have to change it, but they could still have some sort of explanation of it. I don't know.
Bonus scene or something.
Like she.
Either way.
Yeah. There's people that they don't know for sure was Blip because they just disappeared, like Scott Lang. So you don't know if maybe after it she just disappeared because of what was
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. Maybe
You never-
so.
you never
Okay.
know.
We'll talk about
Go
go ahead.
I saw a big fan theory. Is it even Shannon Carter?
yeah, that's where I was getting. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump to the end credit scene because it's only her story. But okay, so like she gets her pardon essentially, and they're like, "Hey, you're Agent Carter." She's like, "I'm back," but still like bad guyish. Pops on the phone. And she's like, "We got something for everybody: tech, government secrets." First of all, who's everybody? That's your first question. Well, your first question is it Sharon Carter? There's a theory that she might be like a Skrull
Yeah.
situation because now you got Skrulls in the mix. They can shapeshift.
With the-
There's Secret Wars is coming.
With the Eternals film coming out, something with that.
Yeah, Eternals is coming, and we've seen Skrulls in a few things now,
Yeah.
including WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Invasion would be. I mean, that's what it's all about. So, what's her face from Game of Thrones just got cast in that movie, in that show. It's a
Amelia
show,
Clarke?
duh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah,
So
she's
that's
in the
gonna
show.
be insane.
That's gonna be awesome. So there's something there. We'll see. More to come on Sharon Carter. It was cool to hear the show say Agent Carter though, because that just made me think of Peggy.
I'm glad she got her pardon, but what? Like,
Who is she?
orchestrated all that to get it. I think that's what
That was
is
the whole
gonna end up
play.
happening. Like
Yeah, let's rehash what she said to Carly. She says, "Come back and work for me." Carly says, "You want to take over the world. I don't want any part of that."
she just has this
Okay.
Madripoor crime syndicate, and it just doesn't make sense. Like they would not make a relative of Peggy Carter be bad, right?
But you know what I thought?
Then again,
What if?
Yeah.
What if? Ooh,
And
dot.
here's what I was thinking about what if. There's no reason that Kevin Feige and the brain trust at Marvel can't go like, yeah, that's what we did in What If, but like, let's do it in the real show. Like, what happens if Sharon Carter goes bad?
Everybody can turn bad.
Exactly. Well, maybe they're exploring it, and it's like these fan theories about Skrulls are just like people hoping.
I mean, just like in The Dark Knight, if you're pushed far enough, you can turn, just like Harvey Dent turned to Two-Face.
Yeah.
And she was on the run for 5 years or however long. She was pushed to her breaking point against the government to turn bad.
Yeah. And
She broke bad.
She broke bad. We just restarted Breaking Bad. And we're gonna do a Better Call Saul too, so we'll be talking about that. Okay, let's keep going. We got so Carly gets shot by Sharon. She shoots her, kills her dead. Sam flies her into the GRC, and he gives a big speech.
Great speech.
Thought it was an excellent speech.
Gave you chills.
You did chills?
Yeah.
Couple. It was pretty. I mean, it felt pointed, but like it was meant to.
It's just real, for real.
It was real. I wrote down a couple of the lines that stuck out to me. He said, governments use labels to avoid the question why. Usually, once you start saying like they're terrorists, he says they're thugs. He's like, these words are typically used whenever like someone doesn't want to ask why is this group of people doing this. He says, every time he picks up the shield, he said he knows there are millions of people that are going to hate him for it, but he's still here. And he just says, at the end of the day, I believe that we can do better. Thought that was right on point, very true, not just in the show, just in general. It's a weird thing thinking about that. Yeah. That like this black man has a shield, that there are people that will hate him.
Just because of the shield.
And it's the color of his skin. It's a weird thing, and he's just talking about it on this premiere Marvel show.
He gets his redemption though with Isaiah Bradley, at least.
Yeah,
that was awesome at the end.
Yeah, he goes and sees Isaiah, goes back to the house. Isaiah says like, you know what, you're special. He's like, you're no Martin Luther King Jr. or anything. He says that.
Yeah.
He's like, but you're special. And Sam takes him to the museum, shows him a memorial, and says, nobody will ever forget what you did. I mean, definitely got me teary-eyed. Isaiah crying and like them hugging. Really powerful moment. Thought that was pretty cool. I really liked Bucky telling Sam for the first time after his big speech. He says, "Nice job, Cap." You got one of those lines where it's just like these two. They are easy to love. I feel like I love these two characters. Like I feel like there should have been just like a lot more of them in this show.
Yeah, literally like 3 episodes prior, they said they were never going to hang out again after this was done, and now they're besties.
Family. I mean, he had the little kids. I mean, so they win, go back. Here's some big stuff that happens before the very end. You got the Flag Smashers. I kind of said this. I think this story's kind of going away. There were a few left in the car. They get blown up by an old man that's parked off to the side.
Yeah, what was he?
We're led to believe that maybe it was Val.
Okay.
The new cameo, the new character.
No, that's Zemo's butler.
That was Zemo's butler?
Yeah.
Andy, way to go.
Gotcha.
I had no idea. You didn't know?
No, I thought Zemo was
That was
Huey.
Zemo. Oh,
Thank you, Reddit.
You think
Thank you,
knew?
Reddit.
Thank you, Reddit. Well, so we met his butler when they get on that plane.
Yeah. So that's why they immediately go from that to the raft, where Zemo's getting the news,
Okay.
just
Good
reading
job,
his
Andy.
books. He's getting the news, so he is getting his wish, basically.
Yes. I wrote down Zemo smiles at the raft. So I was on the path.
I love it when Flag Smashers die.
But here's the reason though. Val says so it quickly cuts from Zemo to Val, and he's with John Walker's wife, and they're waiting on him, and she says, "Oh, Zemo got the last laugh. Those Flag Smashers are dead." And she goes, "Or did I do it?"
I agree. There's got to be some connections. I think she is connected with Sharon.
So you think
Could
she's
be? I don't
connected
know.
to the...
I'm really that
It's
whole
hard.
thing
Oh, no.
is so crazy.
This is tough because here's what she says. This is the line that gets me. She says, so he comes out in his new suit. It's pretty cool. Black. He's U.S. agent now. No more S.H.I.E.L.D. And she says, the things are about to get weird. And the world's not going to need a Captain America. They're going to need a U.S. agent.
She's recruiting.
Yes.
She's female Nick Fury, I feel like, for another team.
Yeah, for like bad guy group.
Who's the chick from Suicide Squad?
What do you mean? What,
Does the same thing, recruits a whole
yeah.
squad.
Oh, just like
Amanda something?
Amanda Waller.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that's DC.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing,
Good call.
same play. Oh, what did we talk about? Like the Thunderbolts was one idea. That's
Yeah.
like the Marvel version,
Well,
I think, of Suicide Squad.
yeah.
But
the General Thunderbolt is the one that runs
Sweet
that
name.
raft.
he runs the raft, General Thunderbolt.
Correct. That's
He's the
referenced
general
in a prior movie. They specifically call out that he is in charge of it. So
Is that the guy?
That's
Is it-
where Zemo is. It's the guy from the Hulk. Yeah.
Yes, from Hulk
Yeah.
and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So could be. I definitely think that she is related to she's pulling some strings for Zemo. Could be Thunderbolt type thing, or just like they're just gonna recruit like we said earlier, like Dark Avengers team and just.
I wonder what she means by things are going to get weird.
Trying to think.
Like she obviously knows like something, and there's a big play.
Yeah. So what's after Loki? I don't think Loki would connect too much to this.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard now, especially like you got so many titles, and now you got Captain America 4 on the books. Like, it's getting real tough to know like when any of this is gonna like be in what,
Or what it's building to as like what's the next big Avengers movie.
Right. That's
it doesn't have
true.
to be announced now. They just announced Captain America 4 after the show.
Yes, and they were
Obviously
obviously
that-
waiting on that.
That would have been so.
And it's like after Loki, they could announce something else.
So
That's
Marvel-
That's a really good point.
Marvel Phase 4 MCU slate, if this is right.
Go ahead.
It's
Yeah.
from comicbook.com. Morbius, is that still there?
Morbius is a weird one though, because that's a Sony film, but we know that they're crossing over all these characters, and Michael Keaton's in it. But
Black Widow,
Black Widow's in July.
Loki,
Loki's June 11th coming up.
Venom.
Is Venom still happening this year?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
This is from
Fall.
comicbook.com, but
Well,
I don't know.
These are Marvel titles for sure, because Venom's not confirmed to be in the MCU or anything yet.
could be though.
Maybe this one's a little bit better.
Yeah, and we got this one up here. This is the stuff that's coming out this
Okay,
year.
that's
Loki,
probably
Black
better than me.
Widow. We got What If, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, No Way Home.
I mean, what if? Remember when Mike said a few weeks ago that we were talking about how it was connected to 3 whatever properties?
Yeah.
And
3 titles.
So like could be
Captain America 4
could be
has to be that one.
right,
And then,
or it could connect to Secret Invasion with Skrulls.
well, then it's already connected to Wakanda.
Right. That's another one too, which I don't know fully. Oh my god, your cat just scared the crap out of me.
Is he down here?
Yeah. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Ollie. Sorry.
It's like
Hey, Ollie.
Mike, stop getting weird with my
Play
legs.
footsie. All right, let's move through the story. Wrap up the episode, getting toward the end here. You do have the boat is fixed, and Sam and Bucky go home. I say home, like Bucky's hanging out with the family. Kids are hanging on his arm. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Oh, Bucky told that his older friend that he
Yuri.
killed his son.
Yuri. Yeah.
And then he's drinking at the bar, and then he just kind of watches him drink.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there. He also gives his therapist a letter that says like, "Thanks,
Yeah.
Doc." So what that scene was him looking at that. That was like his last name in the book.
Yeah.
He like looked at the girl. I think that's him thinking about like, I can date again maybe one day, and
Okay.
like he's
Redeemed.
healed
Yeah.
and redeemed, and he's like moving forward.
What would his Bumble profile say? I'm a 109-year-old frozen man.
Metal arm.
Yeah.
And he's Sebastian Stan. He'd be fine.
Yeah.
He's gonna be just fine.
I wear leather jackets constantly, even in the southern United States.
all the time.
And-
Only leather jackets.
Speaking of that arm, how about that superhero landing that he had?
It was fine. I mean, he was falling. He fell.
Still pretty cool.
I know, and it was cool. Him dragging his metal arm and then landing it. Yeah, it was cool. See if there's anything else.
Well, speaking of Bucky,
Yeah.
could we? So obviously obviously, I don't think we even talked about this, but like the credits after it changed it to Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
That's the last thing. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
But like maybe next, like we've talked about season 2 potentially, but now we also have Captain America 4. So we don't know what that storyline is gonna be. Maybe that's just a continuation of this.
Yeah, maybe so.
That would be cool.
And it seems like they like should be partners.
Or maybe the next season's like Captain America, and then it ends with Captain America and the White Wolf.
White Wolf, that's what I've seen passed around. Oh, and I've also I laughed whenever I kind of saw it because I said you'll hear some of this that you've heard in the newsletter, but I said Captain America and the Winter Soldier 2.
Yeah,
because there's already been one.
Yep.
But it would be so cool if it was the White Wolf or something. But yeah, I guess because he really does like call his past the Winter Soldier. Like he that's his way of saying like, when I killed everybody and I was a murderer, that was the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, why would he want to be called that now? He needs to like move on. Like, if this show is about Sam moving on, Bucky's still moving on, sort of, but like it's not.
He still has anything else in the comics.
That's what I was saying. Do they call him White Wolf in the comics? Is that like a superhero thing? Because I always thought that was like maybe like some original writing from like the Marvel team.
No, I think that's comic book, but I don't know how prevalent it was.
Okay.
I mean, hey, they can make their own stuff. I'd be down for it. Doesn't all have to be comic book canon, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's true. That's a really good point. Well, I did like that though. I love having the new Captain America. Let's do some final thoughts here. PC Mike, anything that we missed here? Or any final? You can go give your final thoughts on the series overall. We'll wrap this thing up.
I think we've hit it. I think it was entertaining. Just kind of muddled at times. I felt like you guys even said it. You wanted their story.
Yeah.
Not just different little avenues. The reaction online's been just okay that I've seen. The last episode was rated the lowest out of all the episodes on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. Oh, wow.
It was like around 65.
Wow. Yeah, I'll be really interested to read this week what more people say, and we'll circle back.
But overall, I liked it. I think it's a big setup.
Yeah.
I think it's just a setup for future canons and different things. I'll give it a rating of a 3.
Wow. Yeah.
Straight 3.
Yeah. Wow. Overall. Yeah, I like that. Giggler, lay it on us, man. You really did a good job with this series. I feel like you were really in tune with the writing and the style of where it was going. You called so many things. I feel like we called a lot in this show.
Without the Giggler, I'd be lost on this series almost.
We got that percentage up after WandaVision when we're batting 1 for 10.
Yeah, I feel like now we're 1 for 5.
Yeah, maybe.
But
yeah, I agree. I liked it. I mean, it kept me entertained the whole time through. Something I probably would not be against rewatching, even in a couple weeks or something like that. You always catch stuff the second time around. I'm excited for kind of what this builds to, for sure. There's a lot of changes I feel like that are coming overall. So I'm excited to see where it goes, but all the stuff that we've talked about today is purely just 100% speculation. They could be going a completely different route. Maybe Sharon Carter really is just bad.
Maybe she's just a bad guy.
I don't want to believe it, but
maybe so. It's been a long time, a lot of years.
Yeah.
And excited for what's to come next. I mean, Captain America 4 is going to be a movie.
We don't even know release date yet, but I'm pumped.
That's going to be awesome. And that alone is fits right in with what PC Mike said. This really does. It felt kind of like a setup thing, which is fine. But I'm with you too. You go back and rewatch. I want to maybe watch WandaVision again. Watch this straight through. I'm wondering. Yeah, pull him down. We got a cat on the table. Oh
my God.
Andy's allergic too. We'll get you out. We'll get you out of here so you don't die. You need an allergy pill or something?
I already took plenty.
Okay,
all
right.
It's spring. It's every day, baby.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap this one up?
That's it.
Get me the hell out of here.
Oh my God, I just jumped right up there.
Right.
Sorry, God, that's Ollie. Okay, so my thoughts: Falcon, Winter Soldier. Got a cat in the studio today. That's hilarious. He's like, you guys have been down here longer than you ever have, so I came down. Okay, so I liked it. I had a good time. It felt like Marvel to me. I enjoyed it. I had that special feeling throughout a little bit, where I'm like, this is fun. I could keep watching. For me, it does feel like live action, comic books happening, to where we're having weekly content. And I like that, we don't have to put everything up on the pedestal as we're gonna treat Captain America 4 differently than we are a TV series. Maybe that's the whole point of all this. Like we said, this is the big experiment. A lot more titles to come. But like that, WandaVision and Falcon the Winter Soldier are done. I didn't get your rating. You want to rate the series?
Oh, you're right. 3-3.
3-3. I'll give it up for you. And I'll go and give it a solid. I'm gonna give it a 3-3 as well. That's a good score.
I think it's a little bit overall. I would agree, a little bit below WandaVision, but
Yeah.
not by much.
Yeah. And I don't even remember what I rated that. But
I know.
This is in the moment. It'll be good. It'll be interesting to go back and check, see how we do against our own selves. A lot more titles coming up. The next one we got is Loki coming June 11th. The countdown's officially on. Not in a hurry too much. We got summertime here. It's warming up. We're excited to be hanging out with you. And next week will be a totally different piece. So let's go ahead and get into what's coming up. Get through this real quick so we don't give Andy an allergic reaction to the cat. But we did a music show. I just recorded this today. Who remembers the 2001 film Osmosis Jones?
I do.
This
I
is a
never
great
watched
soundtrack.
Yeah, you remember it. Did you see it? You said it's a
I
great
watched this
soundtrack.
recently, yeah.
You watched it recently? That's
It was like
random.
on TV, like, I don't know. I watch a lot of TV, I guess.
I
so.
hadn't seen this in so long. It's so great. Chris Rock's in here. You got all sorts of names in this
Is
thing.
it the
Brandy's
7-Up
in there.
guy?
The 7-Up guy.
Like was in all the 7-Up commercials or Sprite commercials back in the day?
I don't know. I don't know.
Orlando Jones?
He I don't know if I remember seeing his name on it because
Okay.
I just did this music show. I did the cast, did the IMDb, and like Andy said, great soundtrack. We got the image pulled up right now on YouTube and Facebook. If you're watching along, you can pull out your Spotify app, scan this right now. You can take a screenshot of it and use it later to look up the podcast. And yeah, it was a really fun soundtrack. You had the Saint Lunatics were on there.
Yep.
It was a random mixed bag. It was really fun, totally off the wall, and a really good time. So that's our spinoff on Spotify. Just look up the music show in Spotify or even search Osmosis Jones. It's all happening at mostlysuperheroes.com/the music show. Those are new every week on Tuesday. And then the week after next, so this is episode 18, next week's 19. So episode 20, keep an eye out. We do have our MCU rewatch to continue. We got a few to go. The next one is Black Panther. I'm so sorry, dude.
No,
This
it's
is the
fine.
first time he's ever been on yet.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Cat in the studio. Hey, Cat.
Yeah.
We got Black Panther on the screen. Cat's in the studio. We're going to talk all about it. Use that hashtag MCU rewatch and go check it out at mostlysuperheroes.com/MCU.
As long as you don't have any dinosaurs in here, we're good.
And something new every day at mostlysuperheroes.com. Check the schedule. Episodes on Thursday, early on Wednesday, and the newsletter on Friday. Go check it out. It's been episode 18. I'm Logan. This has been Mostly Superheroes. PC Mike, any final words for the squad?
I think that we really enjoyed the live watch, so be ready for some more of that kind of content coming up. And I think we're switching maybe to DC a little bit, right?
Yeah, we're going to get the DC rewatch going. We're going to move over. You guys talked about watching like Batman 1966. That got me kind of excited. I don't think I've ever even watched that.
I haven't either.
Start from the beginning.
All right.
What else we got to do?
Giggler, any final words for the crew out here?
Thank you for listening, especially if you were one of the people that watched earlier and then is also going to listen to us talk about it again. That's the real fans right there.
The ones that come back for more.
Yes. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, hitting that alert button so you can get notified when there are new episodes. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere you get your podcast. We got the best fans in the world, and we'll see you next time on Mostly Superheroes.